So this is how self-inquiry, non-duality, this is how it kind of put everything together for me, okay? Because what we're talking about here is I'm saying that you're aware even when you think you're not aware. This whole life game of individual existence, trying to awake, trying to better ourselves, it's still happening inside Maya, or in the space of awareness. This is hard to like, this is like the last software program to go. Because we deeply believe, even though we can say, no, I know it's all a show, something deeply believes in this individual sense of existence that's trying to get better and do better and awaken. That stays there. See, this is the other thing. That stays there. You don't let the mind say, oh, that don't exist, and so like it just doesn't exist. No, that's a deep instinctual part of the software that stays there. But what you do, it's not a doing, it's an undoing. What happens is you start to pay attention, this is the point I wanted to drive home. This self, see, we start judging it. We judge our experiences we're having as a human being. We start judging how we feel. And then also, the worst thing is we're conditioned to have this spiritual measuring stick that the mind created it, and it will never match up to that. Even if a master gives you the measuring stick, you can say, well, his mind didn't create it. He's speaking from the source and he gave the measuring stick. You can't encapsulate absolute truth inside some words so that they can say, you're going to be peaceful and calm and your mind's going to be steady. That has to be individually experienced, though. See, the mistake is disciples and followers and devotees, they take that, their mind takes it, and then paints a picture of what that looks like, and it doesn't look like that. It can't look like that. So, what I'm trying to say, or point to, first thing is, don't be aware when you start judging your experience that you're having as a human individual self, and how you feel, your emotions, you're measuring your bliss, all this stuff. Be aware of how the mind comes in and says something like, I shouldn't be experiencing this. I shouldn't be feeling like this. If I was more spiritual, I wouldn't feel like this. Now, also be aware of the other side. It's this thing. On this channel, we want to catch out both sides. It's balance. The other side is, oh, it doesn't matter how I feel. Like, just, you get into suppression, actually. I've realized I don't exist. Feelings that come up, it doesn't matter. I hurt somebody. I feel a little guilt. Oh, that's not true, though. It doesn't matter. You see, you get weird. So, you be aware of how the mind starts judging your experience that you're having as a human being. Are you aware of that, though? You see, you're aware of the experience you're having, the emotions that your mind's dismissing or doesn't like. There's awareness of that. This is the point. This is what I want to drive home. There's awareness of that. There is, right? This is what I'm trying to get you to admit. There's awareness of that. That's who you are. That's the awareness. So then what's the problem then? This is the problem. The mind will say, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's something aware, but that doesn't help me. Doesn't help who? The human self, the individual construct that's housed in duality. It does help it, by the way, but it doesn't help it according to the timetable your mind has. The mind says, if I realize I'm awareness, then these unpleasant experiences or emotions, they're just going to dissolve and go away. If I have chronic pain or chronic illness, or a life situation was prescribed to me that's super heavy and draining, and I haven't slept, and I have to handle this stuff, and it's too much stress, all that, like, the mind says, well, if you just The awareness is, the mind says, yeah, there's awareness. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but like I'm suffering. Like I'm feeling like this sucks. See, on a certain level, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter that it sucks. Feel it. Feel the suckiness. Don't deny it. You can't anyway. If life starts to hit you hard enough, you're gonna feel it. You can't suppress it. But the fact is still you're aware. The awareness is still there, no matter what. No matter the commentary, the mental commentary that comes about the situation you're in and about how awareness doesn't help and how I'm still not spiritually cooked yet. All that, those are still thoughts. It doesn't change the fact that the awareness, you're aware. You're aware. That's who you are. Stop waiting for the day that your human life becomes utopia. You'll have to incarnate again another, 7,000, 8,000 years from now when it's golden age. And then everything's kind of hunky-dory and nice, but then the downside to that, there's always duality, is people aren't really provoked or motivated to transform and to realize their true nature, because everything's just cool. Everything's just easy. This is a special timing age we're in. This is real transformation here. Use your life for that. Don't use it to accumulate a bunch of worldly accolades and please your senses and desires. And I mean a little bit, get it out of your system. That's karma too. But stay present with this awareness. Admit to yourself you're aware. Stop pretending that you're not aware. Again, this is what I want to say. The commentary about the awareness, if I was aware more deep, then this experience or feeling wouldn't be happening. That's all mental commentary. You have to get rid of that. The awareness isn't saying that. You're the awareness. That's it. You're the awareness. Now, let the evolutionary game continue, as it will. There'll be a constant more and more fusing with this human individual self, with your true awareness or true self. That's going to keep happening. That's cool. Let it happen. It doesn't end. That's going on by itself anyway. What are you going to do? Just be aware of how deeply the tendency is to identify with this human individual self. This is the thing we have to catch out. Okay? If there's suffering, if there's whatever circumstances are super unpleasant, doesn't change the fact that your root core is awareness. And you're aware of it. Even in those very trying circumstances, you're still the awareness. You're aware that you're aware. Don't deny that. Don't pretend like you're not, and that you got to do something to get it. And you just keep being aware that you're aware. All right. That's my message. That's what I want to drive home. And then you let the show do its work. Let the software program called the law of evolution, law of karma, let all that do its work. You just keep remembering and staying. You keep self-remembering. You say, yeah, okay, but I'm aware though. I'm aware. Don't just say it, feel it, you're aware. You're aware when you're saying, yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. Awareness isn't saying it, but you're saying it because you're a human individual. You can't deny it. I'm aware of these trees. I'm aware of the screen. I'm aware that I'm talking, that the human self is talking. There's awareness of that. I can't deny it. How can you deny? I don't need to take a spiritual class to become aware that I'm aware. I'm aware. How do you not be aware? I made a video called Try to Not Be Aware. It's a good backwards spiritual technique. I like different. We gotta approach things from a different angle sometimes, because if we keep just following the same dried up pointing, sometimes they don't work for a person's particular temperament and character, and then the mind gets used to it. And it develops, what do they call it? If you put mosquito spray on, and they get immune to it and they just bite you. I haven't ran into that yet, fortunately, because that would be hell. All right, so keep going. All is good. Leave me any questions, comments you have, and I do consultations. anybody has an interest for that, or you can just get all this from the videos. You know, there's no nobody's selling nothing. All right, I'll see you.